If you get back and look at it, though, talent is our critical opportunity. That's our #1 opportunity. The second thing I would share with you, though, that ties into it is this whole issue of urban revitalization. Because when I first ran, I said more and better jobs was the key theme. But I also said the second thing was we needed to build a future for our kids. And that's this urban revitalization question. So when you look at these two topics, they're the two pillars of long-term success that are actually symbiotic. So don't separate them, they tie together. When you talk about urban revitalization, we need to bring back our urban areas. And just look at the progress compared to just a year ago with Detroit. And think about how this group, this discussion, how many forums went over the last 10 years in this conference talking about bringing Detroit back. Did you ever think you'd see the progress that was made in the last few years? We've done very well, but it's a fragile thing. And we need to keep it going, and we need to keep growing. We need to keep being successful with Detroit. And so that's where it's great to have the mayor here, city council people, all of us showing how we can work together. And it's more than Detroit when you hear about urban revitalization. We have other great communities we also need to work hard on bringing back. And we're starting to see progress in places like Flint, Saginaw, Jackson, Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo. These are wonderful communities. And let's stay focused on having that comeback happen because they're creating a great place for our young people to live. Think about that. How many times, because of a lack of a job or a lack of a quality of life opportunity, did we have young people leave Michigan in the last 15 or 20 years? Now we're doing both. We're doing the talent piece and we're doing the revitalization piece, and now they have the opportunity to stay. What we need to do, though, is not stop. We need to scale these opportunities. We need to make them larger and bigger in all these places and have that go on successfully and to make it happen. So when you talk about these topics, remember, let's work both pillars equally. Now, the third pillar I put in a separate bucket, the whole issue of cohesion, because that's how you do things. The first two are more what we're trying to do. The third one is how we're trying to do things. And if you stop and look at how we're trying to do things, it's about doing them together. And again, contrast the old Michigan with the Michigan of today. Think about it. How often did you get in discussions or arguments or fights with people about one side of Michigan versus the other, one part of Detroit about another, one community against another, one political group versus another? And what I hope we've learned is none of that has any value. Fighting and blame don't solve a problem. They fundamentally don't, folks. That's why I do believe in relentless positive action. If you stick to relentless positive action, you agree not to fight or blame someone, what are you left with? Time for a solution. And when you put a solution in place, you make progress. And so the test I like to give you when you talk about cohesion, the one I'd like you to think about is don't think about it through the traditional political lens. I don't. Because to be blunt, in our society, in our country, we have a broken political culture. It's not healthy. But that shouldn't be our role model. A healthy answer is how I like to look at it. I pretend I'm sitting at the family kitchen table. I call it the kitchen table test. And what does that mean? Well, if you think about it, when you sit at that kitchen table with your family, you treat people with a certain civility and respect. Think about how you operate when you're having those table discussions. It works. And then think about sitting at that kitchen table, and you got to visualize a little bit when you say you got 10 million people at your table. That's a big table. But do you know any table, if you're just sitting with your spouse or your significant other, where you agree on everything? That doesn't happen in even a table of 2 people. So obviously you have differences with your family. But how you deal with those differences, how you treat people with respect, how to work through those problems, and how to stay focused on not blame, not credit, but solving the problem is why your family works so well. That's the standard we should be saying for cohesion in Michigan that we're going to use to demonstrate to the rest of the nation and the rest of the world that we've got our act together, that we can do incredible things, that we can do things that made Michigan the greatest state in the nation decades ago. We can do it again by cohesion, by taking this kitchen table approach to things. This isn't rocket science. It's that simple. We just need to do it. And I encourage you to join me in doing that. So let's use this conference as a chance to talk through those three issues. Making talent a top priority, continuing that path to help people have the right skills to be successful, to have sustainable, well-paying jobs, to bring back our urban areas, to create that environment for quality of life, that we know we're a great state, and it'll only get better as we have these wonderful opportunities of revitalization. And as we still have difficult issues to address, and we do, transportation, schools in a number of places, let's use the kitchen table test to show cohesion about how we can do great things together. What a wonderful Michigan that would make us. We're a great state today, but let's not stop. Let's build on it and make it even better. Now with that, I'm going to quit, but first of all, I'm going to do a quick intro. We've actually built a partnership to help on the talent question with skilled trades. I'm very excited about this partnership that we're announcing about how we're going to encourage more young people and parents to look at skilled trades, to actually get the business community more involved. But we have actually done a great partnership with Mike Rowe and Under the Radar. We'll be doing a press conference later to talk about, but I'm going to intro a video to show you one of the products we're putting together that we want to share with our citizens about the skilled trades in Michigan and those opportunities. And then you've got great speakers following up with me. So thank you for the opportunity to share with you today. And I look forward to sharing with you tomorrow and the next day about continuing to have us become this wonderful place to live. Thank you.